Okay, now let's come to section 4. Again, sentence completion, one word only or no more than 2 words. Yeah. The history of the electric guitar. Now start thinking about guitar, right? So maybe there can be a guitar and you can think about the guitar. History of the electric guitar. They have given us dates, so it's very easy to locate the audio. I mean, the audio will go date wise. First we have 1890, 1925 and all that. And questions are only in 3rd and 4th column, right? There is no question in dates, there is no question in maker. There are questions in name of guitar, but the main questions are in feature, right? Let's read the questions. 31. And by the way, don't just go to question number 31 and you are waiting for the answer. You need to go on. For example, you've got 2 hands. One hand should be on question number 31 and the second pointing finger should move with the audio. For example, you put this hand here, you're waiting for the answer and they say in 1890s, Orville Gibson actually made the first guitar. He did not give any name, so you move on and on. When you reach there, your finger and hand, they meet, right? So then you can write the answer as the answer comes. So what is the answer? Similar in shape to a. Similar means similarity. Now if they say similar in shape to a pumpkin, for example, you know, guitars and pumpkins, like I'm just giving you one bad example by the way. So similar in shape to a, they will talk about something, and for similar they can use the word resemblance, similarity or anything like that. Then we've got question number 32, features. Made of metal, good for playing dash music, kind of music, good for playing classical music, good for playing pop music. It's the kind of or genre of music. Question number 33. I'm not reading the other stuff. It will come and go and your left hand will move there and right hand will be there where the question is. 33. Strings made of dash material. Very, very simple. The answer is material. Strings made of. Okay. Have you seen electric guitar? What are the strings made of? Anyone? Any idea? Copper? Yeah, maybe it's a metal. So the strings are made of a metal. Okay, question number 34 is in the name of guitar. So you will come over there, the dash. They will tell you the name of guitar and whatever the name is, you will write it down and they will not spell it. It's section 4. Okay, yeah. Don't expect they did not spell. I didn't know the word of guitar. I wrote guitar and Dakar. Okay. Question number 35. Used to dash shaped like horseshoe. Now for two they can use the word couple of, two. Okay. Next we've got question number 36. Made from. Very simple. Material. Made from. So this guitar. Question number 37. The first to be completely. 1941, the guitar name and all that. The first means it was the first guitar to be completely dash. Completely something means fully something. Completely they will use a word. And for completely they can use, for example, if the answer is completely completely made of metal, for example, or made of plastic. So for completely they will use the word full of, or it was all made from, it was all completely, any word like that. Next we have question number 38. So you know, I mean, your this hand will move with the audio, this hand will go on the question. So 38 is, its simplicity made it ideal for, the simplicity of guitar made it ideal for type of people, type of musicians, type of music, or anything like that. Question number 39, it's the name of guitar, by the way. The dash. The dash means the name of guitar, they will tell you in the audio. Question number 40 is dash in color. Now it's going to be a color, exactly. And by the way, in the same listening, you know, they said they used a different color, slate. Slate is color, so it can be, usually guitars are silver, metal color, or whatever the color is, they will tell you. So again, you can use both hands. While doing it, one hand will move with the audio and one hand will write the answers.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Fine. I can give you some references.
Oh, thanks. That would be great.
Okay.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your
We
answers.
have one. I don't want to pester with this audio. ये अगर एक बार चलेगी दोबारा चलानी पड़ेगी. So 1 minute. You can read the questions. Just focus the points where there are the questions.
Now turn to section 4. Section 4. You will hear a lecturer talking about the history of the electric guitar. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
During today's lecture in this series about the history of popular music, I'm going to look at the different stages the electric guitar went through before we ended up with the instrument we know so well today. The driving force behind the invention of the electric guitar was simply the search for a louder sound. In the late 1890s, Orville Gibson, founder of the Gibson Mandolin Guitar Manufacturing Company, designed a guitar with an arched or curved top, as is found on a violin. This made it both stronger and louder than earlier designs, but it was still hard to hear amongst other louder instruments. During the 1920s, with the beginnings of big band music, commercial radio, and the rise of the recording industry, the need to increase the volume of the guitar became even more important. Around 1925, John Dappiera came up with a solution. He designed a guitar known as the National Guitar with a metal body which had metal resonating cones built into the top. It produced a brash tone which became popular with guitarists who played blues, but was unsuitable for many other types of music. Another way of increasing the volume was thought of in the 1930s. The C.F. Martin Company became known for its Dreadnought, a large, flat-top acoustic guitar that used steel strings instead of the traditional gut ones. It was widely imitated by other makers. These mechanical fixes helped, but only up to a point. So guitarists began to look at the possibilities offered by the new field of electronic amplification. What guitar players needed was a way to separate the guitar's sound and boost it in isolation from the rest of a band or the surroundings. Guitar makers and players began experimenting with electrical pickups, which are the main means of amplification used today. The first successful one was invented in 1931 by George Beecham. He introduced to the market a guitar known as the frying pan because the playing area consisted of a small round disc. The guitar was hollow and was made of aluminum and steel. He amplified the sound by using a pair of horseshoe-shaped magnets. It was the first commercially successful electric guitar. So by the mid-1930s, an entirely new kind of sound was born. Yet along with its benefits, the new technology brought problems. The traditional hollow body of a guitar caused distortion and feedback when combined with electromagnetic pickups. Musicians and manufacturers realized that a new kind of guitar should be designed from scratch with amplification in mind. In 1935, Adolf Rickenbacker produced a guitar which took his name, the Rickenbacker Electro Spanish. It was the first guitar produced in plastic, which because of its weight, vibrated less readily than wood. It eliminated the problems of earlier versions which were plagued by acoustic feedback. The Electro Spanish had its own problems, however, because it was very heavy, smaller than other guitars of the period, and was quite awkward to play. Developments continued, and in 1941, Les Paul made a guitar which he called the Log, and true to its name, it was totally solid. All previous guitars had been hollow or partly hollow. It looked slightly strange, but the next step had been made towards the modern electric guitar. The first guitar successfully produced in large numbers was made in 1950 by Leo Fender. His Spanish-style electric guitar, known as a Fender Broadcaster, had a bolt-on neck and was initially criticized by competitors as being very simple and lacking in craftsmanship. Yet it was immediately successful and was particularly suited to mass production, spurring other guitar companies to follow Fender's lead. In 1951, Leo Fender revolutionized the music world yet again when he produced an electric bass guitar. This was the first commercially successful bass model to be played like a guitar. It was easier for players to hit an exact note. That's why it was called the Precision. Although there had already been electric stand-up basses, this was much more portable. It is now standard in the lineup of any rock band, and some historians suggest that entire genres of music, such as reggae and funk, could not exist without it. In 1952, the Gibson Company became Fender's first major competitor when Ted McCarty created the Gibson Les Paul guitar. It was distinctive because it was colored gold. The reason for this was to disguise the fact that it was made from two different kinds of wood. In 19...
Okay, it's a disastrous moment when you are waiting for the answer and they say that is the end of section and say, huh. Alright, interesting, huh? Now you know about history of guitar. Yeah, how it was made and all that. Question number 31. Shape to a arch, but they use the word violin. So violin, violin. Similar in shape to a, arched like a violin. Question number 32. Blues. Okay. It's the type of music, playing blues. He said it very, very quickly. To play blue. He said that to play blues, and for to play they have written for playing. B-L-U-E-S, blues. Kind of sad music. Blues. Is it sad music? Okay. Blues, like I am blue without you. So that means I am sad without you. And then he sent this message to all. Okay, question number 33. Strings made of? Steel. And listen, whenever they say strings made of, they said steel strings. In the audio, we use the word steel strings. And how do you spell steel? S-T-E-E-L. If you write S-T-E-A-L, steel, then your answer will be wrong. Okay, steel, S-T-E-E-L, steel means to steal something. So it's S-T-E-E-L, steel. There is no plural of steel. So it's a metal. You should write singular. But anyways, they will accept it. Question number 34. Frying pan. Yeah, that's right. Frying, not flying pan. Frying pan. Question number 35. For two, he used the word pair of. Magnets, exactly. For two, they always use the word couple of, pair of magnets. Question number 36. Made from plastic, they said plastic guitar or anything like that. Good. Question number 37. Solid. And for that, they use the word totally solid. Totally and completely, they are synonyms. IELTS is the game of synonym, reading and listening. These two modules rely or depend on synonyms. Okay, question number 38. Okay, its simplicity made it ideal for mass production. Very good. Mass production. M-A-S-S and then production, P-R-O-D-U-C-T-I-O-N. Okay, question number 39. Precision. How to spell precision? P-R-E-C-I-S-I-O-N. Precision. Question number 40. Gold in color. All right, well done. Now just take a look and see how many of your answers were correct and tell me about that. Okay, thank you, Shmaila. You can just finish this.